So here we are. The season is halfway over. First half has come and gone. We started the second half of the season this morning. And I just wanted to give a little mid-season report here. Talk about some things that have been good and some things that have been bad so far this season. Some of the goods. This truck, Little Red here. This truck has been an absolute monster this year. This truck has been just one of the best moves I've ever made for my business. I love having an extended cab. I love being able to store tools and batteries and other crap in the back seat here. And still, if I need to fold the back seat and put a car seat in here to carry my son around, I can do that. I've had to do that a couple of times. I love that it's the right color. I love that it's, in good shape, relatively speaking. It's kind of high on miles, but this series of truck can go, 500,000 miles, no problems. And so far so good. I've owned it since November, so technically I put it into service late last season. But this truck has just been awesome. I'm just super thrilled with this truck. This has been one of the best if not the best truck I've ever had. And I like it even more than I like my Ram over there, in all honesty. It's a super nice truck, and I love this truck. So that's been one of the highlights of this season for me. Another thing I really like is this battery mower. It's been really nice for finished properties, little backyards to just whip in there. It's a commercial grade mower. The batteries, last just long enough for me to get all my backyards cut. It helps me not having to carry gasoline around or have to deal with pull cords and things breaking. It's just a button start, and it pulls really well, and it's great. Of course, as some of y'all know, the grandstand went down a couple of months ago. It had a leaking wheel motor really badly. And due to the fact it was a 2009 and I always had issues with the deck lift assist, and I had other problems with the machine as old as it was, I cut it loose. I got rid of it. And I found another Exmark Vantage here that's the same year and like 8,700 serial numbers apart from the other one here. So now I have two of the same exact stand-on mower. That's been a huge benefit, huge blessing for me moving forward. I love having two of the same machine. It makes operation so much easier. Plus, if something breaks on one, I can always temporarily move it on the other one. If something catastrophic were to happen and I decide to get rid of the mower, not use the mower anymore, I could always cannibalize it for parts. You can do that when they're the same exact machine. I haven't been terribly impressed. I haven't been as happy with this 30-inch this year. I haven't been using it as much, and it's just kind of been sitting here. I've used it once in a blue moon, but really it's kind of fallen out of the rotation, to be honest. That's one of the things I've been kind of disappointed in. I thought I would use it more when I bought it last season, and I used it a little bit last season, but I don't know, it's just haven't been as crazy about it. I know some of the new ones have the swivel wheels in the front, and I've used one of those. I've tried one of those out, and I really like it. I might upgrade to one of those if I think I need another 30-inch. This one I'm probably gonna let this one go, to be honest. I'm probably gonna sell this one and get rid of it. Another thing that's kind of been bumming me out this year is the fact that this season has been bad with clients dropping off for dumb reasons. I'm gonna do a full video on this at some point, but I've had more clients drop off the schedule this season for stupid reasons. Things that I consider stupid that, in the past weren't necessarily happening to me. 1 second, let me get this key. But like, for example, you always have a couple people that don't follow up with you, in the spring when you start back up. And I get it, I had a few of those this year. You have a few of those every year. But, then again, I had a couple tell me, oh, our son's going to take over the lawn for now. Okay, that's fine. I get that. Somebody else said, oh, we're going to go a different direction, whatever the flip that means. I have no idea what that even is. So, okay, you're gone. Then, just had a couple of people that couldn't afford the price raise, because I had to raise prices a little bit to compensate for insurance costs and equipment costs and that sort of thing. And I had a couple of people that couldn't afford the prices. And I had one guy that was a great paying guy, but his neighbor was a jackass, and I couldn't reach some sort of understanding with the situation. It just the location he was in and the time dealing with traffic and everything, it just wasn't going to work coming out there any other time of the day. So, and he wouldn't, his neighbor wouldn't budge, and he refused to tell his neighbor to screw off, basically, and he wanted to keep the peace with his neighbor and all that, which is weak, but it is what it is. I understand it, even if I don't agree with it. And I had another client who was moved away. I had another client who I stopped hearing from them. I don't know where they are. It's been one of those seasons where it seems like all the estimates I've done, most of the estimates I've done, people are not returning them or not, wanting to get anything done. And it's tough. It's kind of tough in that regard. We're hoping this second half of the season here we have a little bit better in that regard. We don't have any more people drop off. But I can't control most of this. Some of this I could control, I guess. I could have bent over backwards and, gone out to that one guy's house at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon or whenever, end of the day kind of thing. But with traffic and with everything going on, it wasn't worth doing. And so that's one of the downsides. It's been one of the things I've been disappointed with this season. So yeah, that's just a mid-season report. We're doing all right. We're just trying to get things moving in a little bit better direction in terms of keeping everything busy, keeping everything moving. So it's going to rain a little bit more today. I think it's already rained about half an hour earlier today. So, yep, rain in July, I'll take it. I will take that all day. Anyway, best of luck to everyone else out there, and I'll talk to you next time.